Hey guys, in this one, I want to show you how to install and use Elementor with WordPress to create some really great looking websites. So I'm going to go through the installation process, also getting some free themes on WordPress that you can use with Elementor, and then teaching you exactly how to use Elementor to edit those themes and create a really unique, great looking website. If you are looking to build a website and you haven't got anything yet, including web hosting, there's a link in the description that will take you through to Bluehost. That's the host that I use. You can get a free domain when you sign up, and the web hosting is under $3 a month. This is the one that I'm using for this tutorial, but once you've got WordPress and Elementor, most of the other things should be the same no matter what host that you use. You can use that link in the description to sign up to Bluehost. If you really are a beginner and don't know where to start, go and check out my other videos. They go from the very beginning, step by step, all the way to the very end. You can go and check them out. This is simply about using Elementor. So get WordPress up. If you're happy to get WordPress up and you're ready to go, then I'll teach you how to do it. First thing we want to do is go down to plugins. And as I said, yours may be a little bit different. You might have a few plugins already installed on your WordPress, but that doesn't really matter. We can just go to plugins and then click on add new. That will take us through to this page, and this is essentially a search box for all the plugins that you can use with WordPress, and a ton are free. So you can actually just type in Elementor and see what comes up. You'll see that Elementor is used by over 5 million active users, so it's incredibly popular. And yeah, you could just go and download Elementor like this and start editing themes, but obviously you may not have a theme to edit. So actually what's really cool is if you type in Astra, Astra is a plugin that has loads of really good stuff for us. You can see it right here, and it's actually used by 700,000 active members. And so Astra is a plugin that gives us Elementor, which is great, which is what we want to use. It also gives us Beaver Builder, Gutenberg, and Brizy. And so we get a ton of different editors, not just Elementor, and also you get a ton of free themes as well. I'm just going to install this one. Click on install now. It will install in about a minute or so. Actually, it was quicker than that, like 2 seconds. So I'm going to activate this now. Great, now we've installed that plugin. You can see it here. It looks like you've installed some, and they will basically ask you to do some stuff. Don't really need to do that. So this is our plugin, and I only have one plugin. As I said, you may have a lot more, depending if you've gone with Bluehost or another web host. Usually they install a load of plugins for you. They're not really useful. You don't really need them. I like to just delete them all and then start afresh, but it's totally up to you. The one you need to see is this one, the Astra plugin. It says starter templates. So what we're going to do is go to C library. This is it, as you can see right here. So at the moment we are editing with Elementor. Elementor is right up here in the top right hand corner. So these are all the themes that you can use with Elementor. You can actually go down to here to free as well and choose a completely free theme. If you want to change the builder, I know this is an Elementor tutorial, but maybe you want to choose Beaver Builder. Some of the themes that you can edit may change because you can use some with Elementor, some only with Beaver Builder, and some you can use both. Anyway, just a pro tip on that one. So let's go back to Elementor because that's the one we're using. Now I want to choose a theme that we're going to edit. If I just click on this one very quickly to show you, this is an entire theme. So it gives you a home page, an about us page, a menu page, and a contact us page. I'll just go ahead and import this. This looks pretty cool. It's obviously a restaurant, and we can edit this, and I can show you how to edit that. So I'm just going to click import complete site. It's then going to come up with this box. What you need to do now is just click on delete previously imported site. Better to just delete it and start afresh, in my opinion anyway. So I'm just going to click import now. Great, that's done now. That took a few minutes. So what we do now is just go to view site, and this will take us through to our website. And this is obviously the theme that we've just imported. So we want to change all of this. Easiest way to do this, and we're going to use Elementor. Come up to here, edit with Elementor. Click on that once, and it will bring up to the left-hand side the Elementor editor. When using Elementor, you can use the left-hand side. You can also just click and drag and drop most of the time as well on the actual website. So what you'll see is all of these dotted lines, and these are basically areas that you can add and edit on the website. So the easiest thing to do is just to hover your mouse over different areas that you might want to edit. So these buttons are editable, this text here, also here, this, and then this is basically an icon that we can get rid of. So you can, for example, click text on the website and you can highlight it And then I will just change that very quickly. I could put it as like happy barbecue, for example. So I can do that. I can also come to the left-hand side. This is the title. This is the text right here. So I can, just put HHH, whatever. That is going to change it there. So 2 different ways to change it. On Elementor, click on anything and highlight it first on the website and then edit it on the left. This text right here, very easily editable, just like in Microsoft Word. We make the best burgers and steak in the West, or whatever. That's really good. And as you can see, it just changes straight there. You don't have to do anything. It will change as soon as you make those changes on the left-hand side or even on the website. A really important thing to note as well with Elementor, whenever you want to save changes, you have to come down here to update. Gives you a couple of options. If you press this on the right-hand side, you can save a draft. You can actually save that as a template. So if you want this homepage and this design as a template, you can do that. Use it on other pages within your site. Save a draft, obviously. It won't go live on your site. If you press update right here, this is essentially saving and publishing onto your site if it's live. So I'm just going to do that, press update and save my changes. Okay, that's saved right here. Now, if you want to change text styles or anything like that, you can come up here to style, change the text color to anything you want. Maybe we just have it lime green. You can just choose whatever you want. It's very, very easy. Just drag and drop, just like any other editor. That's okay, so I'm just gonna click off that. In terms of typography, you can change this. So there's a lot of things you can change. The size of it, the weight of the text and everything, you can definitely play around with it. That is all in here though, so again, I don't have to go in too much detail. You can play around with the style and everything like that, just like I'm doing, just to make it exactly how you want. So if we can just go maybe down to the rest of the page, I will show you how blocks work in Elementor, or they're called widgets as well. So you can see here the blue around this box or this widget. So this is one widget, one box, and you can see the blue here and then the blue up here. This is one whole entire box filled with other similar and smaller widgets. This one up here is the main box or the main widget. Then as we come down, this is another widget. You can really easily manipulate the widgets. You can delete them. So this entire widget or this entire box is going to be deleted. Just going to press the X button right here. It's completely gone. And if you want to undo something, you can go and just press edit undo. For me, it's Command Z on my keyboard. You can do that as well. And it just undoes all of that, just like in Microsoft Word. So that's really easy too. If you want to edit the widget in any way, you can just make sure it's highlighted, come over to these 3 dots. And now that is basically the editing layout on the left-hand side for that widget. You can then change a few things quite easily. So if you go to style, it will come up with background and background overlay. So at the moment, the background is white, but you can actually choose an image. So you can either go to background. So normally it's just a color. So at the moment, as you can see, it's white. Maybe I'll change that to red. That looks pretty cool actually, or whatever color that you want. So that's really, really easy to do. You can just clear it and press undo, take it back to basically nothing. You can also put an image in there as well. Why don't we do that then? We can put an image in. So what I'm gonna do is just press plus and it takes us through to this page. This is how you import media, videos, images. So that's really easy. Just get an image, whatever it may be, on your system. I'll just put this one in of some fresh fruit. It doesn't really go, but just to show you. So you can drag and drop it right in there as I did, and it will upload. And then you can just press insert media. Before that, you may want to add some text to the image if you want to maybe create some SEO advantages, but just put some captions and descriptions of what it is, maybe some keywords in there. I don't need to do that, but you can if you want. Then just press insert media. Now you can see what looks really cool. It's basically like a background image. All of the rest of the images stay above that, but you just have an interesting backward image there. And obviously if you were a steak restaurant, you might put something more suitable, but just to show you. Something really cool that you can also do is actually put videos behind your text. So instead of adding, like we did here, an image, adding a video, maybe 5 seconds long, that always refreshes itself, definitely looks really cool and professional. It looks like you spent a ton of money on your video, but it's actually really easy. First thing I'm gonna do is highlight this specific widget or box. You can right click, click edit section. that takes you to basically editing it on the left-hand side. And then you can go to style. What you can see right here is that the background of this widget or this box is using a video. You can put in a gradient, you can put in a classic, you can put in a slideshow, put in this video, and here is the link. So this is actually a YouTube video and it may be private. You don't need to make it public on YouTube, but it's really easy. You just link up a YouTube video and then it will go and essentially play that. And what you can do is come down to the start time and the end time. So let's say the video is like 10 minutes long. You can actually start your clip at 10 seconds in and then end it at 70 seconds in. I think it's pretty cool. So just to show you a really quick example of this, I'm just gonna basically get rid of this video link and then put in a new video link, which is just a video, one of my videos from YouTube. And you can see it playing in the background here. So that's how easy it is. Maybe I'll change it. You can actually see me in there. So this is another video that I have on YouTube and it's public, but you don't have to have it public. It can be private. And you can see it starts at 10 and maybe we can end it at 20, something like that. So that's really, really simple. Just get any video on YouTube and it's gonna play it in any time that you want. You can make it 5, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, it really doesn't matter. But that is really just a simple way to make your website look really cool and add a video at the back. Coming further down the website now, I'll teach you some more about editing widgets. Here is a widget that we can very easily actually edit. So this is the title, so featured on, for example. So we have food right here, which is just a very simple image. These are not links in any way, actually, they're literally just images, but you can link up images really easily. So once you've highlighted the image, you can go to content, then come down here to link. Really easily just link this. You can link it to a custom URL. So if you have another page on the website or somewhere else, wherever you want, you can just link it right there. So that will create basically a link for that image and it will be clickable and can go somewhere else. Another really good example of this is for reservations and things like this. So you can see there are some tabs and clickable options on the site. So if we go down to this clickable option, that's a reservation, so people would want to click that. The easiest way is right here, this link. So again, in content, make sure it's highlighted, come to content, and then it's just the link right here. So that will go through to your reservations page. So really easy. You can just put, your site /reservations, and that would just go straight through to whatever page that you want, in this case, the reservations page. Yes, you can change the style of this, so it's red at the moment. That is in here again. So text color can be anything you want, maybe red. You can see it changing there. And if we can just undo that, and then this background color, again, you can change that to whatever you want. Let's put it on black or red, and that would change there. So really easily editable on the left-hand side. Everything really is within content and style. You can change colors, fonts, and everything like that. And really importantly as well, the link, if it is linked to another page. That goes for all of the other images and everything. So click on something to edit it. You can see this is an image. Like we did before, we could choose image and then come up with a different image to actually import into there. I'll show you that very quickly. So maybe we have this image, so I can drag and drop that in, just wait for it to load. Okay, that's loaded now. Just make sure it's highlighted up here and then choose insert media. And that's it right there. Obviously you'd have to change the size so it fits everything else, but just a very quick method of changing everything. You could place the text here and then all of these images, you could make it look exactly like you want. Now we can come down to adding something in that we didn't have already. And that's done by this plus icon here. So right now, this is an element or a widget within Elementor, but it's not filled with anything. And you don't have to fill it with anything. It just can take up this space, but you can if you want. So let's press the plus button. And again, it takes us to this elements page. These are all the different widgets that you can actually add in here. So right now it's completely blank. So let's just put in, for example, an image, which would be really easy. So if you want to put an image in here, what you have to do, make sure you have it selected, go to the image and then just drag and drop it in here. And now this is some sort of image that we have to put in here. So we can choose image. I'm just going to put a random image in there just very quickly to show you. Probably not right, but we can upload that to the site, then press insert media. And there, actually, it looks pretty cool. So that is how you add images onto the site. You need a widget first, then you can press the plus button and put anything you want within that square or that widget. You could put a video, and even you can come up to the search box and type in something like image, and there's different options that you can have. So you can just put in a singular image like we did there. You could put in a gallery, which has more than one image altogether. You could actually put product images or an image carousel where it would be flicking through a bunch of different images. So now that you know how to do that, more or less, we can come down to this, which is really important, plussing or adding a section. So let's click on that, and you can see this box comes up. So this is a completely new section with nothing in it. So let's press plus. Now we have a structure. So this one, for example, it has kind of three. It has two on the sides and then one in the middle. And you can make just a whole block. You can split it in half or split it in three. Let's just go for a split in three. So press that one. Now we essentially have three widgets, one here, one in the middle, and one on the right-hand side. So let's add one in the middle right here. So we can add maybe a heading section. So we're just going to drag that in there. Then on the left-hand side, we are going to add an image. So we can drag that in. And on the right-hand side, we will just select that and add an image in there as well. So we'll just drag that there. Now we have two images and a heading in the middle. So I'm very going to quickly edit this. Right here, we have drinks 2, something like that kind of makes sense because I'm going to put in a couple of images. Then we can choose these images, choose image just like we did before. I'll add in this image on this side. So insert media here. And then on this side, we'll choose this, choose image, and we'll just add this one again on the right-hand side. If this looks a little bit bland for you because of that white background, remember you can always come up here, make sure it's highlighted, go to style, and then check out the background. You can do a background overlay. Check out the background. You can add in maybe a video or something like that with a link. You can even add a background fallback, which is just the background of the image like we always did before. So there's a lot more you can do with Elementor in terms of editing the website in general, but that really is the basics. If you want to check out Bluehost, you haven't already, that link is in the description. You can get a free domain when you sign up for web hosting. That is it though. I hope this one was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.